on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have a new team. Look at this team I got here. I actually had some subscribers tweet me and they wanted me to use a couple of their Pokemon. This is kind of a mixture and they are some pretty rad dudes. So I'm battling Matt this time. He has a team that consists of a couple RU Pokemon, I believe. The Bravery is, and I'm not sure. I think Exploud might be. I don't think Exploud's NU, but I don't really care. Turned out to be a pretty fun match regardless, and let's go ahead and get this started. So this guy's going to be leading off with his Gigalith, I believe, as I'm going to be leading off with my Sudowoodo, and tell me this isn't the most perfect nickname for a Sudowoodo. Too fabulous. Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and get some Stealth Rocks off on the first turn, as he's going to go ahead and throw up some Stealth Rocks of his own. I could have switched into Xatu on this first turn just to get that that magic bounce and then not have to worry about rocks on my side, but you know, I wasn't really too positive. He could have actually predicted that and then gone for a rock move and then really ruined my day, so I just played it safe. Now I'm going to switch into Will Smith here. I know I can take physical attacks for days. Will Smith is just a beast. Look at that. He actually goes for the rock move there, and I was like, okay, that's actually kind of scary. I was actually expecting Earthquake, but now he's going to go ahead and switch, as I brought in Will Smith just to try to go for the Grass Knot, as I knew he couldn't take me out in 2 hits. Turns out he's going to switch into this bird motherfucker right here, who's going to take like no damage from that. And at least I got those Stealth Rocks up. Those are pretty crucial. So here I make a pretty stupid play. It seemed smart at the time. Let me tell you, I knew he was probably going to want to go for some sort of physical attack like a Brave Bird or something like that. So I actually decided to switch into Lux Luthor here, getting the Intimidate, which then as soon as I saw the Intimidate, I was like, oh, I'm fucked. This thing has Defiant. I don't know why that slipped my mind for a second. I was like, oh, Electric type, bringing him in, also Intimidate. This thing's screwed. But he gets a clean +1 and then goes for the Substitutes, and now he's chilling behind a freaking Substitute. He's got +1, and at least Lux Luthor is able to handle most of this guy's attacks. So I can't break its Substitute, and you'll actually see that this matchup kind of works out for me. So he just goes for the Brave Bird. +1 Brave Bird is going to go ahead and like leave Lux Luthor at like half. No big deal. No big deal at all. So he gets hurt by the recoil. I'm getting less and less worried about this thing. I go for the Wild Charge, which is just going to go ahead and break the Substitute real quick. And in the process, I get some recoil damage, but it's completely fine because I'm pretty confident that I can take another Brave Bird. For some reason, he just wants to go for the Brave Birds, but I actually, as you'll see, I do live this next Brave Bird. God. So I live it with like 2 HP here, and that allows me to go ahead. No, 1 HP. Holy shit, I thought it was like at least a 2 HP, but 1 HP live right there. I probably didn't deserve that, but at least Lux Luthor is going to be able to get the kill, but in the process, I'm going to kill myself. So at least Lux Luthor didn't prove himself to be completely useless by my misplay. But, you know, at least I don't have to worry about that bird anymore coming around being all defensive and doing his thing, so that's kind of cool. Now he's going to bring, I predicted him to bring back out his lead, like most people do, and I decided to bring out my Superior, knowing that he's going to want to switch the hell out. And then at the time, I actually kind of forgot about the Muck. I like half forgot about the Muck. I was like, okay, I'm about to cop a clean Superior sweep here. So he brings out the Muck, and I'm like, oh shit. But as you'll see, after I set up my Substitute, I was looking at the Calm Mind button. I freaking misclicked it. I meant to just hit the hidden power just to try to get a little bit of damage before he breaks my Substitute. But as you'll see, I misclick and get a Calm Mind off, which is absolutely terrible because now he's going to be able to Poison Jab me, break my Substitute, and then I'm in against a Muck that I can't do a damn thing to. So that misclick was kind of terrible. These last couple plays have just been awful on my part. But Superior is going to get his Substitute broken. He has +1 special attack and special defense right now, and at the time I was like, okay, this is terrible. I might as well just switch the hell out. And I know that I can honestly go back into 2 Fabulous because he has only, you know, none of his attacks can really hurt me unless he has like Ice Punch. And then even then it wouldn't be it'd be like 30% damage. So he's going to go for the Poison Jab on me. He luckily does not get the poison, and my little fake tree over here is looking pretty solid. He actually is he's a rather solid guy. You know, he's got some fucking defenses. Look at this dude. You'll actually see later on that this guy is a beast. So I make a dumb play here. I go for the obvious Earthquake because he's going to bring out his Electros and he's just going to get that Levitate. And I'm like, well, tits, I'm just blowing it right now. I got to try to make a damn comeback because he's making some pretty solid plays. I should have gone for the rock move there. I almost just went for it because it would have done enough to that Muck anyways, but yeah, so I'm going to bring in Xatu now, as I know that he's probably going to want to go for the Grass Knot, try to get a bit of damage off on me, off on my Sudowoodo, but the Xatu is not going to really take shit from that. So I know I'm faster. I can get a Light Screen off before he hits me with a Thunderbolt, and I know I can live a Thunderbolt after the Light Screen because I'm specially defensive as hell, and I'm pretty sure this Electrocity is Assault Vest. So I have one free attack just to go for a psychic, I just do, and I get a clean amount of damage and special defense drop, and I'm like, alright, Xatu, putting in work. As he goes for the flamethrower, I'm guessing predicting me to go into Superior or something like that, but it actually doesn't end up killing me, but unfortunately the burn is going to kill me. So I could have gotten another psychic off on that thing, and it would have ended up killing it, but the burn got me, so that's a bummer. I'm going to bring out my Will Smith, the revenge-killing motherfucker, and go for a clean retaliate, which is easily going to kill that Electros. That's what this guy does. Will Smith just comes in, retaliates on bitches, you know, just revenge kills for his fallen homies. He's a real chill guy. So I'm chilling at about half HP, and he brings out an Explode. As that's kind of scary because I know I can't one-hit KO this thing. I'm gonna probably want to save my Will Smith for later. So I know I'm faster unless this thing's like oddly speed like oriented or something. So I go for the U-turn, and that's gonna be pretty nice because now I can get a switch into Q-Tip. I know Q-Tip can basically take any attack he wants to throw at me unless he went for the Ice Beam on that turn. Thankfully he goes for the Fire Blast, and I'm like, all right, perfect. Alteria's in here. I have choice specs. Nothing on his team really wants to take a specs Dragon Pulse or two. So I go for the Dragon Pulse as he's going to bring out his Gigalith again. And fortunately before the match I put these choice specs on my Altaria because without it I wouldn't have been able to two-hit KO this thing. As you'll see, the Dragon Pulse is going to do a dickload of damage and the next one is going to kill it. So things are starting to look up for me. This is actually turning out to be a pretty intense match. I mainly have to worry about that Explode. That thing is indeed very scary. But here he brings the Explode in, and I know that he's probably going to just go for the Ice Beam after this Dragon Pulse. He's probably going to be able to live the D-Pulse, unfortunately, and then be able to kill me off. But that is completely fine because Altaria is not too important to the match anymore. He kind of got a bunch of damage off on that damn Explode. So all I have to do is really come in here and be able to kill that thing. So now I'm going to bring out Will Smith. Sorry, he does his thing. He does his retaliation thing. So I'm faster. I'm able to go for the retaliates, and that is going to be a dead Explode. So that is pretty nice. You know, this revenge-killing Furfrou is such a monster. You do not want to mess with this thing. He's got that fucking thick-ass coat that you can't even scrape him with your physical attacks at all. It's freaking, it's awesome. So now he's going to bring out the Muck again. I know he can probably kill me with a clean couple poison jabs, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to save Will Smith for later. Maybe he wants to revenge kill for some later stuff. And looking at his team, I was actually faster than his last two, which is only the Muck, and he has a Caracosta that hasn't come out yet. So I save him for later. I go into 2-Fab knowing that he cannot touch me at all. 2-Fab is just way too fab. I mean, what more needs to be said? He goes for the Power-Up Punch, which is actually pretty nice because, well, nice for him, because he gets that clean attack raise, and that did a decent amount of damage. If he did have the Ice Punch, it would be actually a little bit of a threat here, but as you'll see, I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and I believe he actually switches this turn, because at this point, my Sudowoodo is a complete wall against his Muck. He doesn't want to mess around with that. He knows he's just going to take an Earthquake. He knows the Caracosta can take an Earthquake, and he has a little trick under his sleeve. Check this out. I go for the Earthquake. It's going to do roughly like 60%, so that's pretty cool. But then he has a weakness policy. Check that shit out. So he's going to get a special attack raise, physical attack raise, and I know that these things generally carry Aqua Jet, so I was actually kind of afraid of that. He does have the priority. He is going to be able to go for the Aqua Jet, and it is actually not going to kill 2-Fab. 2-Fab does not die that easy. Who do you think you are, you fucking turtle? So I go for the Earthquake. That is going to kill the Caracosta, and we are looking pretty solid over here. I was actually just feeling on top of the world. I'm like, damn, this Sudowoodo is too beast, taking attacks left and right. That is awesome. Now he's going to bring out his Muck. I know he does have the priority with the Shadow Sneak, and for some reason I was like, you know what, I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm not going to switch into Furfrou. I'm going to let him do it, see if I can live it. Let's see what happens. I actually live it with 4 HP, and 2-Fab is still not going down that easy. Look at that shit. I go for the Earthquake, and it's actually not enough to kill it. That's kind of what happens when you're fully defensive invested, but I don't really care because I could just dish these things out all damn day if I want to, because I can just take hits all the damn time. So he's just going to go for one more Shadow Sneak, and it's definitely going to kill me this time, which is a bummer, but, you know, you did your shit, 2-Fab. You definitely proved your worthiness, Sudowoodo. So now this Muck is going to get his Black Sludge. He's looking at the point where Will Smith is ready for a nice little retaliation, and the revenge killing is not done yet. Look at that. Lives with 69 HP. Go for the retaliate. Looking swell out there. Furfrou. The Muck is going to die, and that is actually the end of the match, guys. So, good game, Matt. Thank you guys for watching. Please click that thumbs up button on this video if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.